several ships. Each ship is fully customizable in terms of weapons and abilities.
Today we are looking at footage captured from one of our internal playtests. We are playing Team Deathmatch on one of our new maps, Glacier.
What we have here is the orbit scene, which is basically a pre-match meetup for the captains. Here you can switch your ships, also view which ships other captains have selected, and work on your pre-game strategy.
The footage we are looking at is actually captured from Aino's perspective, so it will be interesting to see it from his point of view and what he thinks about it. Like, I'm playing on the other team, making Aino's life a bit hard.
Indeed. So now the timer is running out, the match is about to start, and here we warp into the level.
To start with, Aino picked the Light Destroyer, which is one of our most aggressive classes in the game. It is equipped with a lot of really damage-dealing abilities and weapons, one of which is the Plasma Ram. It is a battering ram that deals tons of damage when Aino actually manages to come close to an enemy and ram him, which he's actually going for in this situation.
So here I'm maneuvering to the left flank. The destroyer is quite weak, so you'd rather approach a battle from the side than charge it head on.
But as you can see, like, one of our light destroyers picked the same strategy. He's lining up to engage you, and as you can see, he's using the battering ram we were just talking about and take Aino down. The shield really didn't help you there.
No, didn't help. The ram is so powerful that on the destroyer class, the shield doesn't really block the full damage. But I'm not deterred. I think I'm going to try this again and go back in with the light destroyer.
It comes really handy that the light destroyer is a really fast class here, so you can catch up to the combat quite quickly, as you can see.
So this is actually the enemy ship that killed me, and I'm charging towards it. I think I'm going to activate my ram soon. It's a bit far away still, so I'm using my primary weapon. And now we're getting to a distance where it's feasible to activate ram. And
yeah, tactical cruiser dodging you, yeah.
Yeah, I tried to go for the tactical cruiser, but this light destroyer will also do. So 1-1, one kill for me, one for the destroyer.
I guess that's fine, but yeah, you got yourself in a really hairy situation here, in deep behind enemy lines, and as you can see, Dreadnought is coming in to get you. Yeah, it looks really bad for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away. I'm just trying to get away.
You'll not make it.
I took out the tactical cruiser, but this Dreadnought was too much.
Yeah, that was a really rough start for your team, so when you look at the score, I think it's a good pick for you to switch strategies to the tactical cruiser and support your team.
So the ship here is a light tactical cruiser, also a new ship that we haven't shown before. It's taking on a more of a supporting role. It comes with a healing beam that I'm using right now to heal up a friendly ship. But the same beam also has a double role as a damage dealing beam. So I can turn it on enemies. Here I actually use the target warp. This allows me to warp to any friendly ship that I have line of sight to. And it comes really handy to moving around the map, assisting your friends.
Yeah, as you can see, it is really important for the tactical cruiser to find valid cover while still maintaining line of sight to your allies. So you are actually staying out of the heat of the combat and don't drag too much attention to you. So Aino is doing a pretty good job here, but yeah, he's kind of neglecting his Dreadnought and he's going down. So there are 2 enemy Dreadnoughts here, which is a good situation for you to actually use your target warp to get out.
Yeah, the Dreadnoughts came in nicely, so I was basically forced to maneuver to the other side, which also blocked my line of sight. I couldn't heal our friendly Dreadnought.
Yeah, you can see how Aino is actually supporting his friendly Dreadnought to set himself up for the combat against the 2 Dreadnoughts, which is a very fair fight with so much support behind him. It's important for Aino here to keep a certain distance to the enemy. As you can see, the Dreadnoughts are trying to get him, but they're really ineffective on that range, so he's pretty safe here.
Okay, now it's getting heated, an enemy Dreadnought warped in, so funny enough, the other support is not actually repairing. He's dealing damage with his damage beam. I'm not sure if that's the best way to go.
But finally they drove away your support, so they isolated the 2 supports from the Dreadnought, so it's really hard for him to stay up with the fight.
Yeah, and on top of that, the blue streaks coming on the screen. I think it's you shooting at us with an artillery cruiser.
Yeah, putting some pressure. Yeah, but yeah, you found our tactical cruiser supporting the Dreadnought, and you're using the beam amplifier, which amplifies the damage massively, almost take him down. But our Dreadnought is paying attention and comes for help. So, denied kill for you.
Yeah, I have to get away again. Dreadnoughts are not the best opponent for the tactical cruiser. But luckily now, actually, it seems that the tactical cruiser that I just harassed comes back in, and this actually looks really good for me.
He seemed quite confused. I think he has no idea what to do now. Being pressured by the Dreadnought from the right side, from you from the top.
And his warp is probably on cooldown, so he has to go down.
Yeah, that it is for him.
Okay, there's some more targets. Now it's a good time to push because their support is dead.
I think it's pretty risky now for you here. Like, yeah, artillery cruiser. Yeah, I think that's me actually getting a shot on you.
Yes. Like, luckily you missed.
Yeah, twice.
That would have been really bad for me. I was really out in the open, but now I managed to get into cover, and I think I'm going to take him down as well. He's dead.
Come on, get another shot on him, and I got another shot on you.
So now I'm really weak. I'm just going to heal this Dreadnought and hope to actually get him repaired somewhat before I go down.
Yeah, and in such a situation, it's no wonder that you can't.
Yeah, it's a full commitment. I just had to do what I could and then accept death.
Checking the score, it's not looking too well for your team, so I think it's a good pick to switch to a more kill-oriented class.
Yeah, we basically have to catch up now. The score is 40-70. We are 6 kills down, and that's something we have to make up for.
Yeah, I think since our team is built on 2 tactical cruisers that support our offensive classes, I think it's a good pick to go for the artillery cruiser and try to break the lines from the distance, which we are doing nicely here. But as you can see, our tactical cruisers are actually pretty capable of maneuvering, breaking line of sight, so you have no chance taking them down. That was actually a pretty nice move of the tactical cruiser there.
Yeah, that completely denies me the possibility of actually getting to him. I deal a lot of damage from distance with this class, but if I don't have targets, I can't do anything. Luckily, this guy has volunteered as a target. He's definitely going for the ram.
But I guess it's easy to read how he comes.
Yeah,
towards you,
this is what I meant in the beginning. You don't want to charge in because you become an obvious target, and the destroyer is not that well shielded.
Yeah, I think it's easy for Dreadnought to pick him off now, and there he goes.
Yeah,
that was a crazy maneuver. Okay, there's a fight building up in the pit down there.
I took a bit of damage from the previous fight from the destroyer. He was basically firing his primary weapons on me, so now I'm just gonna take cover and snipe from here. It's actually looking pretty good.
Pretty interesting situation building up there. 2 Dreadnoughts.
Oh,
yeah, what's that? It's like, that's a pretty brave move from a tactical cruiser, flanking the sniper, taking him down with a beam amplifier, I think.
And firing his missiles.
Yeah, brave but paid off.
Definitely did. So I think I'm going to stick with the sniper class, the artillery cruiser, and give it one more go. The score is now 50-75, so 5 kills for the enemy to go.
Yeah, I think spawning so far away gives you a nice angle on the whole fight. You can still interact and do some impact, but let's see. Actually, it was quite a good shot, but it didn't hit.
Yeah, he just warped out of the way, actually.
Yeah, you can see that the fight we were just in before still remains really heated and intense. So I think it's good for you as an artillery cruiser too.
Yeah, the crucial thing here would be for me to take down the tactical cruiser, because that would actually break your formation a little bit. But unfortunately, I just can't deal enough damage. He always gets repaired by the other tactical cruiser.
Did you notice that I just killed you?
Yes. That was good positioning actually, because I had to focus on tactical cruisers to try to make our ships win the battle raging over there. But your positioning was brilliant. You were on side and just basically sniped me before I could react.
Okay, scoring is getting really tight here. It's 95 to... Yeah, now it's over already. That was a quick end. Yeah, I guess that was pretty good team play from my team.
We didn't manage to close the gap. We basically kept... we were losing all the time by roughly 6 kills. But it was a good game.
So we will see that later, I guess.
Yeah. We're now in the orbit actually discussing strategies, so we are going for a pretty aggressive strategy here.
Yes.
So we're choosing 3 corvette ships, and the idea is to actually hit the enemy hard, sneak in and flank him to the right, and then basically take out the tactical cruisers and artillery cruisers that usually linger behind the fleet, and let our Dreadnought and artillery cruiser take care of their heavier ships.
So you can see that we are trying to play out the strength of our classes here, go in fast and take the long routes around the enemy team. We're trying to stay low so they don't see us and don't call out the strategy to the rest of their team.
Aino is moving pretty fast ahead, so he's in the light corvette, and Tim is directly in front of me, also equipped with a warp blink. My loadout is actually a bit more sneaky, so I have the medium cloak as my primary ability. I'll linger back, like hold back a bit, let the others actually draw the attention towards them, and then hit them hard.
Yeah, the warp ability gives me the opportunity to go in really quickly. As you can see, I'm further ahead and trying to draw the fire on me on the right side. So I can start attacking their tactical cruiser there, and then he goes down already. So that's a good start for a team elimination match.
Nice hit, definitely. But we took also a lot of damage, so I'm now focusing on the other artillery cruiser, and I didn't see that tactical nuclear mine actually sitting there. So it detonated and took out all 3 of us.
Yeah, that was a good trade for the sniper, for the artillery cruiser. He went down, but he took 3 of our guys. So as you can see, Peter is jumping back into the game as a fighter jet with Aino and me in front of him. So one good thing about dying at the same time is that now we can really team up as fighter jets and coordinate well. You can see that there's quickly a target called out with a fist, and it's Alex. So the 3 of us focus on him, draw the fire on him, and...
So light corvette doesn't take too much damage, but it's usually pretty quick. In this case, he gets stuck between the 3 of us, and we are all focusing our fire on him at the same time, and Alex goes down.
And here you can see, even though we lost our captive ship, there's still something useful we can do, as long as we coordinate as a team.
Damage, yeah.
So quickly the next target is called out.
Again, we're focusing on the smaller and ships with less health, so letting the Dreadnought slide, but focusing on the artillery cruiser.
He knows his way. He has the anti-missile laser catching our missiles, which is already a big chunk of damage he would have taken there.
But in the upper right, you can see that all 3 fighters, Aino, Tim and I, are all actually like focusing in on Nathan in the artillery cruiser, and if we all focus our fire, actually it is a lot of damage that we can dish out at the same time.
I think that was a really good first run for our fighter armada here.
There's a fighter jet behind me and I'm going down.
Yeah, he saw that, and that was the revenge for us.
But that gives us a really nice view of our heavy Dreadnought equipped with fighter launching base, an ability that we haven't talked about yet a lot, and that we'll hopefully get the chance to actually talk about more in the future.
So you see the enemy Dreadnought lingering there, actually waiting for us to be taken out. Too late.
So our Dreadnought went down. We couldn't turn it around, although we handled ourselves pretty well with the fighter jets. But first round over, and actually we lost this round.
I think this is a good opportunity to switch our gears a bit. I'd really like to go a bit more defensive this time, since we were really aggressive in the first round.
Yeah, more firepower, more standing power. And
3 Dreadnoughts.
3 Dreadnoughts.
What else do you have to say?
So 3 Dreadnoughts, 1 tactical cruiser to keep us up and running. Really nice formation that we chose here. So the tactical cruiser is kind of nested between the 3 Dreadnoughts, taking us as mobile cover. And on top of that, we have an artillery cruiser that's holding back a bit, giving us firepower.
Oh, and already the first enemy showing his ship. It's a light scout. It's probably just pointing out us as targets to his team, so they know what's going on, and he's gone already. But
really,
as you can
really
see
nice.
here, you can see, we used the opportunity to dish out a few rockets there.
So
2
Tim is shooting
swarms
rockets, I'm using rockets, so there's a massive amount of giant rockets going over there hunting the corvette. And if he doesn't actually have rocket defense or dodges behind cover, that's gonna...
It will definitely keep him occupied
keep him
for
busy
a bit.
for a while, definitely. Yeah. So Idea is to actually flank the enemy to the left, so keep formation and figure out who's over there. You can see that on the minimap on the upper right, there's a tactical cruiser, and I think to the left there was a destroyer coming up, another tactical cruiser.
Yeah, as soon as the enemy fires his weapons, he gets revealed on our radar. So that's also a strategic question when to fire at what, if you want to keep low profile.
Yeah. Destroyer to the lower left. First, it seems like we are deciding to go for that one, but then starting to unload on the tactical cruiser, and there's a light Dreadnought actually moving in, pushing aggressively against our artillery
he's
cruiser.
pulling our attention really well. You can see how we shifted our focus from the destroyer on the left side to the light Dreadnought here. There's a lot of rockets coming in for him. He's a lot of damage dished out at this very short time.
But you can see there's two green beams, so there's two tactical cruisers actually supporting the light Dreadnought, which makes it almost impossible for us to shoot him down. And the enemy's team tactic really paid off. We are all focusing on our fire on the light Dreadnought here, but we are unable to actually take him down because he's being supported by a heavy tactical cruiser and a medium tactical cruiser at the same time. So shifting attention, trying to either destroy the tactical cruiser or at least push him behind cover, so breaking line of sight to the light Dreadnought.
Even though we were so well structured at the beginning, you can see that just the situation drew us apart and kind of took away the strength of our setup. So you can see that everyone is scattered around looking for a good target to attack, and the situation Peter uses to just blink away and just cool down a bit and see what's actually going on here.
Yeah, I was going for Nathan, but Nathan already dodged, putting the energy to the engines, getting into the fight. Actually have the option here to dish out a bit of damage while he's dodging behind the rock formation. And yeah, here you can see the fight is actually focusing on the other side. There's our fighter jets, and they are in a really nice formation to attack us here. We have to regroup and actually refocus our efforts to take out the enemy team. Again, light Dreadnought, still alive, still with the tactical cruiser here, using the broadside and missiles. So, but we have our heavy Dreadnoughts should actually all be there. So if we all focus our efforts onto him.
But there goes our tactical cruiser. So now we are 3 Dreadnoughts, no tactical cruiser, so only damage, no repair. So this is going to be tricky. So they are still set up with 2 tactical cruisers, so we have to get them down at some point. There's no other way.
Yeah. But now all the Dreadnoughts are focusing on Peter, and we actually managed to take him down. The tactical cruisers over there, below that is a destroyer, so I decide to jump in and focus on the tactical cruiser first. That seems to be going pretty okay, since the other tactical cruiser is currently distracted. Oh no, he's actually supporting him.
Here you see how our heavy Dreadnought over there pulls a lot of attention from the enemy team, which gives you the opportunity to deal some damage to the tactical cruiser.
Corvette whizzing by, but my shields go up, so I blocked the worst damage from that Corvette. And my rockets actually do nice damage, and the broadside on top of that with the secondary weapon that is designed to do a lot of damage at short to medium range. So the tactical cruiser goes down.
I think the scout is doing doing a really good job there, whizzing by, keeping low profiles,
distracting the players. Yeah.
Still doing damage.
Yeah, both our heavies actually focused on the tactical cruiser, who was supporting the destroyer here, and he actually was forced to get out of the battle. You can see here that the Corvette on the minimap is going to the right, and I'm activating my broadside, actually forcing him to jump again and getting out without doing too much damage.
This gives you the opportunity to take out this destroyer.
Yeah,
finally.
So destroyer goes down, but we lost our heavy Dreadnought as well.
So
now it's down
against the Corvette.
Yeah, now it's down to a lot of fighter jets, a Corvette, and a heavy Dreadnought.
So let's see whose fighters do a better job.
Definitely. So the Corvette is actually joining the fight, being a lot quicker than I am. Going towards my direction here, so I pull up my shields since a lot of fighter jets are unloading towards me. I chose to jump, but since I jump, he gets into my range and I have the option to actually activate the broadside, which hit him really hard. I'm far away from the corvette now, but since my fighter jets are around, I can call out the target and let them finish the job. And the corvette goes down and the match is over. So we are finishing this at 1-1. Actually, usually team elimination is best of 3, but this would take a little bit too long, and after 2 such good matches, we're gonna finish this session of team elimination off.
Yes.
I hope you really liked this.
In epic battles in deep space, or inside the atmosphere of planets, to earn fame, glory, and your own fleet of ships. In order to be an effective commander, you need to know the fleet inside and out. It's not enough to know your favorite class. You've got to know your enemy and know which ship will be the most effective in burning them to the ground. Artillery cruisers do their best work at extreme range, delivering deadly salvos from heavy weapon batteries. Think of the artillery cruiser as a sniper. The ship is big guns, strapped onto a quick engine with almost no heavy armor, making it one of the most vulnerable flyers in the fleet. The artillery cruiser does its best work lurking in the outskirts of battle, spotting targets for teammates and taking out enemy vessels from afar. Bulky dreadnoughts are plum targets for artillery cruisers. Lining up the perfect shot can be tricky, especially when quick ships like the corvette manage to get too close for comfort. The corvette is the smallest, most maneuverable ship in your arsenal. Dual front-mounted heavy autocannons and the blink warp drive allow corvette captains to make deadly, surgical hit-and-run strikes and wreak havoc on the enemy. Corvettes are scouts, running recon and delivering quick strikes. High speed and the warp jump ability make them perfect for hunting down pesky artillery cruisers. But corvettes may fall prey to the massive firepower of the destroyer if they aren't careful. Destroyer-class ships hit the sweet spot between the massive Dreadnought and the agile corvette. This all-around attack ship is loaded with firepower, making it the ultimate medium-range hunter. At range, destroyers should stay clear of the artillery cruiser's line of sight. A direct hit can prove devastating. In close-quarter battles, destroyers are tough enough to handle their share of fire. Their role is to dart in and cut up the support craft, like the tactical cruiser, leaving larger, more dangerous ships without defenses. Tactical cruisers play a vital support role. They can provide on-the-spot repairs, even to themselves. And when they're caught in a corner or on the offensive, they are more than capable of causing some damage, especially against wily corvettes. As a mobile repair vessel, the tactical cruiser is the key to the survival of the fleet and is often seen in close proximity to other friendlies. Enemy destroyers will seek to cut the tactical cruiser's lifeline. Cruiser captains should wait for a destroyer escort before moving in to support a dreadnought. Which brings us to our final ship, the Dreadnought. It's built for survivability and for causing massive damage. It's all over when one of these maneuvers alongside an enemy and delivers a broadside. The Dreadnought is the heaviest class in the fleet. They're hard to take down, and their weapons pack a brutal punch. It is foolish to take on a Dreadnought alone, and nothing is more frightening than the sight of a Dreadnought on the horizon, launching its nuclear missile. Gun for gun, the Dreadnought is strong against most ships, but poor maneuverability makes it an easy target for the long-distance sniper attacks of artillery cruisers. Before you take the helm, it is vital to understand how to handle your ship. The weapon wheel at the center of the screen acts as a targeting reticle, but also provides important information about ship energy and health. Ability hotkeys are visible at the top of the screen. Once used, they will display a countdown timer for when they can be activated again. A good captain will learn to time their attacks, switch to the secondary weapon when a primary is on cooldown. Activate your energy generator just before closing in for an attack to maximize your damage and leave your opponent in flames. Bringing the right ship to bear at the right time can mean the difference between victory and utter defeat. Remember what you've learned, and you'll be on your way to becoming one of the most renowned and feared captains in the solar system.